today we'll learn about what is a variable value. Okay, let's go and check the variable value. Suppose here we have some variable. So how many variables are here, ma? Tell me. Two variables, correct, right? Okay, what is the output for this program? 50 or 20? 50, right? Okay, that's fine. Okay, let us go for this one. Okay, so now variable b is equal to 50 is there, right? So what is the 50? 50 is nothing but a value, correct, right? Value will call it as literal, right? Okay, basically this value type, there will be type. Okay, suppose this is a number or a string. Number, because I am writing numbers, right? That is a number. Okay, so there are a data types are there, like it will tell what type of data it is. Suppose it is a number or a string or something like it will tell. So such things we'll call it as a data types. Okay, so what are the things we'll call it as a data types? Okay, so mainly we have this data types is there. Okay, string, we'll go deep these things tomorrow. Okay, this is only introduction. Okay, so whenever we want to write any string, we'll write in a double quote or a single quote, that is fine. Okay, and there is a number. Okay, suppose whenever you want to write any number, like a number like salary, age, anything, so that is we'll write in the number, something like this. Okay, so the next one is like a true or false. What is a true or false, ma? Whether it's a true or false, something like this, whether it's a success or fail, something like. If you want to specify such information, we can go and specify the boolean. So what are the possible values? True and false. Okay, so and the next is a object. Okay, we will discuss about the object later. Okay, array. Suppose if I want to store multiple values, then we'll go for a array. Okay, and date is there. Suppose I want to mention my date of birth, then I can specify in the date. Okay, so these are the types it is available, and we'll go for more about it. Okay, for now let us leave it. Okay, so that's fine. Suppose I am having a variable name here. So very important, please observe. Okay, where or let. Okay, let name. Okay, something like this I am writing console dot log something. Okay, so what is the output for this program? Sure. Okay,
Nothing.
so yeah, so let us see it.
Not defined.
Not defined. Hey, I'll ask two times, man. Don't change your answer. Undefined is correct only. Okay, let us change here and go to console. What is the answer? Undefined only. Okay. Yeah. So even though interview they'll ask, don't change your answer. Your answer is correct only. Okay, that's fine. So undefined means whenever you are declaring a variable, you are not assigning any value, then default value column. That is nothing but a undefined. Undefined means nothing. There is no value at all. That is the meaning. Okay, that's fine, right? Sometimes what they will do, and this is a developer will give a some other call null. Okay, null. Okay, so here I am saying earlier I did not give any value. Whenever we are not giving any value, what is the value? It was there undefined. So now I am saying a null. Okay, I am explicitly saying null. Null means there is no value at all. Null also means there is no value at all. Okay, so who is providing the null value? Developer is providing, not any browser, not default one. Okay, developer is providing with the null value. Okay, so null also means there is no value at all, nothing is there. Okay, that is the meaning. But sometimes they will ask whether null and undefined both are equal or not equal. Okay, both are two different types, they are not equal. Okay, they are not equal. Okay, okay, and another thing is, so what is a null? And whenever developer want to initialize with some default value, then he can initialize with the null value. Okay, and if you don't want to do any value, if you don't want to give any value, then what is the default value? Undefined. That is the only difference. Okay, so now that is let us go here. So whenever we are not assigning any value, what is the default value is there, ma? Undefined will be there. Okay, suppose there is a type of. Okay, so let us go and check the type of operator. This is like a one of the keyword, again keyword. So what it will tell is, it will tell what is the type of your data. Suppose your data is a number type, or your data is a string type, or your data is like what type of data, it will specify it. Okay, so suppose I want to specify, let us write 50. Okay, now tell me what is the data type for 50? Number. Okay, I want to see this one. Okay, so like here simple, ma, you should use a type of space, and what is the operator, what is the variable name you want to check it? Name. So first see type of and name, something like this. So let's go on the reload. What is the type it is, ma? number. Okay, what is the type of number? Suppose I will write a string here. Okay, then let us write a double quotes. And what is the output for this program? Okay, string something. Okay, and suppose I will not give any value here. If you are not giving any value, what is the type it should give it? Undefined. Okay, so what is the type of for undefined? Undefined only. Okay, so let us give the is equal to null value. Okay, is equal to null value. So now what is the type of null value? Not undefined, ma. This is different, correct, right? This is a what is a value? Object. Okay, null will return as a object, but undefined will return as a undefined only. Okay, we will discuss more about object tomorrow. Okay, don't worry about it. Okay, this is only introduction. So what is the type of operator will do? It will return what type of data it is. That's all. Okay, so sometimes we will use this for our purpose. Okay, I'll I'll explain it like whenever it comes, I'll explain it. Okay, everybody okay with this one, right? This okay. And what is the null value, ma? If you are assigning null value to a variable, then null is assigned something. So I am assigning null value explicitly. Then what is the value for a course name? Null value. Okay, null also means no value at all. Undefined also means no value at all. Okay, yes. Okay, so the next very important question is called what is variable hosting? Okay, okay, very important. Okay, so what is variable hosting? Okay, so let us go and check it here, ma. So what is hosting? Like what is hosting in the JavaScript? Something like that they will ask it. Okay, so very simple. Suppose here I will write like a my variable name. So let us create one variable name. Okay, where name is equal to trinets. I want to print the this name console dot log of name, something like this. Okay, something like this I'm doing. So where I am declaring my name? In the bottom. Where I am using it there? In the top. Okay, if suppose if this variable is not declared, what is the error? We should get it reference error, right? If this is a let variable, what is the error? We'll get it a reference error, cannot initialize, something like this, right? So but let us reload the page again. So what is the value I'm getting it? uh, like again, I'm please see it. Here I'm writing a console.log. Here I'm writing a variable name. Where I'm declaring my variable name? In the bottom. And where I'm printing my value? In the top. Okay. Correct, right? It is saving, right? Or I want to change it. Trinits 1, 2, 3. Whether it's working or not. Let's change it. Something there is a wrong with the first .html. Is there any variable I have written? Okay. So whenever you get any wrong output, please change the variable and check the output. Okay. The name. Okay. Now you are getting it right. Okay, that's fine. So now we are getting it right. Okay. So where you are declaring your variable in the bottom, but where it is how it is available. Okay. This concept is called variable hosting. Okay. So whenever you run the program, moving all the variables, it will to the top at runtime. The process is called variable hosting. Okay. What is the variable hosting, ma? Moving all variables to the top at runtime. Sir, you can say my in my code it is there in the bottom only, right? Then how are you saying it? Whenever it is running, it will automatically it will go to the top. That is the reason we are getting output. Otherwise, you will get an error, right? So this concept is called a variable hosting. So this hosting is applicable for functions also. Okay, functions also. So let us we will work for the functions and we'll see it. Okay, so far we have done this one, right? So let us a small concept. Suppose I want to print my name. So what it is printing here? Trinits 1, 2, 3, right? Suppose I want to do addition. Do you know how to write an addition, ma? Anybody? How to write an addition? Let a is equal to 10. Okay. Let b is equal to 20. Let c is equal to something. Console.log of c. Correct, right? Okay. So let us go and reload the page. So 30. So whenever I'm seeing 30, what you will understand? Without seeing the program, I want to see 30. Like how what you will understand by using 30? You cannot say that that is addition or subtraction or multiplication or any register number or salary. We cannot say anything, right? By seeing number, we cannot say anything, right? Okay, we need to explain it. Hey, this is my addition value or addition output, something like this. We need to add it. Okay, so that is the reason. Now I'll go here. By default, I'm writing C only, right? From now onwards, what we will do, we will remove here. First, we'll write our message. Okay, addition output. Okay, addition output is something, and I'll write like this. So first I am writing some single quote or a double quote. Whenever you are writing single quote or double quote, what is that meaning? String. Okay, string, and I am writing plus symbol. Plus symbol means I want to add this also here. Okay, first this output should come, then whatever this is there. Okay, so like this. Now I will reload the page. Okay, so even if I don't show my code, by seeing this line you will understand. Okay, this is the output for the addition program. Now you understood, right? Okay, whenever you want to see some console dot output, first thing what you can do it, either first you write your message. Okay, just write your message, double quote or single quote, anything is fine. Okay, the sum of a and b is now I am writing a double quote, that is fine. Okay, and after that what is the symbol I am using? It a plus. Plus is also operator only. So this is like a, it is joining two things. One is a left side string, another is a right side string. So that is the reason we'll say join or concatenation. Okay, something. Everybody okay with this one, right? This is okay. Okay, let's reload the page. So now we will get it. Suppose I want to do subtraction. Tell me fast. Let d is equal to a minus b. Okay, suppose now I want to print it to the console.log of something. The difference between a and b is a d. Correct, right? So what is the value output for this one? Minus 10. Okay, minus 10. That is okay. Okay, something just for readability purpose only, nothing else. Okay, that's the reason. Okay, this is fine. So for where we are seeing our output, output only in the console, right? Sir, it is getting boring, I don't want to see here, I want to see in my HTML page. Okay, let's go for HTML page output. Okay, so whenever you want to see any output in the HTML page, we will write one method. But whenever you go to any company and whenever you want to write logs, don't write this HTML, you write only to the console. Okay, if you write anything to the HTML, your original code also will impact. Suppose you are writing a div, buttons and all these things, if you are adding this output, that also will impact. That is the reason in the real time only use the console for your purpose. Okay, don't use the whatever the technique we are going to learn it, only for just seeing the output only you do it, otherwise don't use at all. It is not at all a recommended approach. Okay, yes. So let's go for, we can write a document data. So instead of doing like this, there is a class called like object called document, and there is a method called write. Okay, here what is the method we are using? It a console dot log. Instead of console dot log, we are going to use a document data write method. Okay, so here I will explain. This document is a one object, default object, which is available in the JavaScript, and write is a function. Okay, and here what is the value I am giving it? Whatever the top I am giving it, same I am giving it. Okay, let us save it here and reload the page. So what is the output I am getting it? Document is equal to 30 something. Suppose I want to write like a difference also, d also I want to do it. So how can I do it? Document data, tell me, document data write difference of a and b is equal to something d, something like this. Okay, it is all are coming one by one. Suppose I want to see this output in the next line. What I can do? I can write a br tag, right? You know how to use a br tag? Br tag, what it will do? It will add the break the line and it will move the output to the next line. Something. So this is the first line. This is the second line. Something like this. Okay. So if you want to see output in the HTML page, what is the line? We'll write it a document data write. But if you want to see in the console, we'll write a document data log. That is the only difference. The internally, however you're doing it, right, same thing only we are going to write it here. Okay. Even you don't want to write like simply, you can write a C also. This will also will work fine. But whenever we are seeing only C, we will not understand what is the 30 number. Okay. That is the reason we will write some message here. Right. So now how many ways we can see our output? Two ways. Okay. The first way is a console. Second way is a document.write. So which approach is better? Console.log is better, because if you are writing anything here, this line also will print. Okay, that is not required. That is the reason don't print this one. Okay, yes, let us go for next. Okay, so now we have done some programs yesterday. Let's go here. Okay, so now what will the most, what is the JavaScript? Which JavaScript is a functional oriented or object oriented? functional oriented. Okay, without functions there is no JavaScript at all. Okay, without functions there is no JavaScript at all. That is the reason JavaScript is fully function oriented programming language. Okay, now we have to learn what is a function. Okay, before learning the function, I want to do one small addition program. Okay, so let us try to do like this. Let a is equal to 1000. Okay, and let b is equal to 2000, and I want to write a sum here. Okay, and I want to print output also. That is fine. So how many lines I have written here, ma? 4 lines, right? Now I want to write a another addition. Okay, suppose I want to calculate my salary with the previous month salary. So that is also addition only, right? Now tell me how to do it. Let salary is equal to something something. Okay, I'll say let previous salary something, or okay, 20,000. Now I want to do the addition, and now tell me how to do the addition. Again, let salary is equal to salary plus this one again. So what is a common in top and bottom? What is a common? This addition is common or not? And printing is a common or not? Only what is changing? This value is changing. Here in the value, here it is. Okay, suppose I want to do another. Suppose I want to add the two persons age. So then what I will do? Let age 1 is equal to some 20. Okay, and let age 2 is equal to 30, something like this. Okay, let us add age is equal to something, age 1 plus 2, suppose. So now for addition only, how many lines of code I am writing here? So first time I am writing one time, and here also I am writing second time, and here also I am writing. In this entire process, what is exactly changing? Only these values, but the calculation is remaining same or not? Even if you are giving 100 also, top will work. If 200 also, the top will work. But why you are repeating your code this many times? Okay, so the first thumb rule is you should never repeat your code. Okay, you should never repeat your code. Okay, don't repeat your code. Okay, keep it simple. That is software aim first. Okay, so here what is the problem? I have repeated this code many times, right? I cannot use it multiple times because here the value already I'm assigning it. Okay, so this is the reason we have to solve this problem. We have to go for a called functions. Okay, what is the concept? We have to go for a function. Okay, what function will solve is so here I am writing my logic, right? Okay, this is nothing but a one line, ma. Okay, and this is also another line. So this line will call it as a statement. Okay, this line will call it as a statement. Okay, function is nothing but a group of statements which perform a task. Okay, simple, ma. Okay, group of statement which perform a task. That task can be anything. Suppose addition, subtraction, any calculation, anything. Okay, a group of statements which perform a task is nothing but a function. Okay, so now we know the function definition. So now I need to write a function. So first, in the earlier we have done some simple things, right? So now I want to write a function first. Okay, so I'm going to write like this. Okay, I'm going to write like this. And so whatever the code I have written outside, I am going to copy everything into the here, ma. Okay, whatever I have written outside, simply I have copy pasted into inside it. Okay, let me right click and format the document. So now I will explain it, ma. Okay, so in the variable we have a one line, right? Variable declaration. Okay, so in the function also mainly we'll have a two. I will divide into two parts. Okay, so the first part is a function definition. Okay, what is the first part, ma? Function definition. Okay, and second part is the function calling. Okay, I will say function calling or invocation. Some people will call as a invocation, some people will call it as a calling. That's fine. First we will understand this process, and then we'll go for it. Okay, so whenever you want to write any function, we have to use a keyword called function. Okay, what is the keyword? We should use it a function. So whenever our browser sees function, okay, this developer is creating one function, not like a variable. Okay, that's fine. After the function, we should write a function name. Like what is the function name? We should write it. Okay, and after the function name, we should write this brackets. Okay, this bracket, and then we'll write a open bracket and close bracket. This open bracket and close bracket tells that this function is started here and this function is ended here. Okay, this is tells. Okay, and inside this one we can write any number of lines, no problem at all. You can write one line, no problem. You write 10 lines, no problem. How many lines you want to write it, you write it. Okay, so this is the entire thing we will call it as a whatever we are writing inside this functions open bracket. This is nothing but a function body. Okay, so let me explain about again. So let's go for here. So mainly how many parts we have it? Two parts. So what is a function first? What is a function? A group of statements which perform a task. That is nothing but a function. Why we are going for a function, ma? Here I am writing repeated code, right? To avoid the repetition code, we are going for a function. Okay, we can write it without functions also. Yesterday I have done 10 programs, right? Without duplicating also we can write the code, but without duplicating that is not possible. Okay, so that is the reason we are going for a function. So now I want to remove all this duplicate, but I want to print it. Okay, so we'll print it later. Yeah. Now, second thing is functions are used for the reusing the code. What is the reusing the code means? We are going to write only one time. We will use it multiple times. That is what we are going to see it. That is okay. And functions, what it will do? It will reduce the code. Suppose here, how many lines of code I have written? These are the 4 lines. These are the 4 lines. 12 lines. After writing the functions, we are going to reduce at least some 8 lines. We are going to reduce it. Okay. We will see the example. Okay, that's fine. So mainly on function declaration part, invocation part. So in the declaration part, okay. So in the declaration part, how to declare a function? Ma function and then function name. Okay. Okay, so okay, function name, and we'll write open bracket, right? So let's go here, ma. So first, the first keyword, what is the keyword? Function. So it is to declare a function. It is a keyword. Okay. Second, what is the second one, ma? Name of a function with the arguments. Okay, that is nothing but what is the second part here? This one. Okay, this name and this brackets we are calling it as a second part. You can keep any name here, ma, no problem at all. Okay, but you need to follow the rules. What are the rules we need to follow? Variables is there, right? This name of a function also is called a identifier only. So identifier means the name of a variable or name of a function. Both are called a identifier only. Now what are the rules? A to Z underscore dollar, same rules we have to follow here. Okay, so that is the one. And the arguments here I'm writing brackets, right? This is mandatory. Okay, mandatory. And then so we can write name of a function, and here we can write any number of arguments. Suppose if I am writing anything here in the center, a comma b comma c comma, okay, these will call it as a argument. Okay, okay, this will call it as a arguments. Okay, so let us go here, and so we must follow the identifier rules. Everybody know what is this one, right? Okay, and function takes these 0 or more parameters. Parameter means whatever the name I am going to write it here, those variable those names are called parameters or arguments. First we'll try with the without arguments, then I'll add the arguments. That is okay. Okay, so that's fine. So now let us go for this example here, so now everybody understand, right? This is a function, and this is my name of a function, and this is my parameters, like for my function, and here my function is started, here my function is ending. Okay, so I will remove everything. I am going to remove it, salary, all the things I am going to remove it. Okay, I will save this one, and I am going to, so what is the a value 10, b value 20, what is the c 30, and if I am printing the output, what is the value we'll get it 30. Okay, please watch it very carefully. What is the output? What is the output? No output. Okay, so then why is it happening? Okay, whenever you are writing any statements directly, then only you will get the output. Okay, if you are writing any lines inside the function, you are not going to get any output. Okay, you are not going to get any output. Suppose some parcel came, you are not opening and you kept it outside, what will happen? It will be there only, nothing, it will not come automatically outside, right? Something like this. Now what we have written, we have written a function and it is there, but we are not calling and we are not opening that box, something, right? So now we need to go for a second part. What is the second part? Function calling. If you want to get any output from the function, now what is the second thing we need to do it? We need to call that function. Okay, hey function, you execute it, you get me the output, something like this. Okay, so when a box came, we should open it and we see something like this. Okay, now we'll go for a second part. What is the second part? Now I want to do it, I want to call the function. What is my function name here, ma? Add. Okay, very simple. So what is my function name? Add, and brackets are there, right? Simply add the bracket, that's all. Okay, there is nothing complex, simply something like this. So now this part is called what is our part? Function calling. And what is this part? Function definition. Function definition or declaration. Some people will call it a declaration, some people will call it a definition. Anything is, both are same only. Okay, now we are going to, whenever we are going to call it, then only we are going to get the output. Okay, everybody now okay, right? Whenever we are getting the output, then only we are getting the output. Okay, now how this will reduce our code? Let us see. Suppose I want to do addition for two times. So let us see. So already I have written this code. I no need to repeat this code function ma. Simply I can call this function second time also. Okay, something like this. Now how many times I am calling this function? Two times. Okay, so how many times you will get output? Two times. Okay, so if we, without this function, if you want to get a two times of this program, how many lines you should write the code? 4 into 4 plus 4 8. So now how many lines we are writing it? 4 plus only this two times. Suppose I want to try 10 times also. Okay, now I'm going to write only one method, one line, right? This everything code will be same, but what is the line it is going to repeat? Only calling. Okay, now tell me how many times we are writing code? Only one time. How many times we are using it? Multiple times. Okay, like this. Okay, so now we can see the output. But the problem here is, every time it is calculating here 30 30 30 only. Every time it is calling 30 30. Why I have to call this many times? Okay, correct, right? One time I want to go with my salary, one time I want to go with my age, one time I want to go with some other value, something like different. Okay, to solve this problem we have to use the arguments here. Okay, we have to use the arguments. So I am going to remove everything. Let us see, this is a function here. Now I have to write like a arguments. Okay, I will say a comma b, because I want to do only two values sum. Here these two values you can write any name, no problem. Okay, you will say val1 comma val2 also fine. Not only a b, you can write a val1 val2, any name you can keep it, but you should remember the variable naming rules, that's all. Okay, now I want to do addition, right? So think like this is a value, this is like a b value. So here we'll write a, let result is equal to val1 plus val2. So what is the output we are going to get it here? Based on the arguments we are going to get output. Okay, so now well, this is the definition part. Okay, now I need to call this function, right? So now earlier there is no arguments here. That is the reason we are simply calling the add, something like this. Okay, if we are going to call like this, what is the value here ma? I am not giving any value. And what is the value right side? I am not giving any value. So whenever we are not giving any value, what is the default value? Undefined. One undefined plus another undefined. How many undefined? Two undefined. So what is the output? We will get it here. Two undefined. Not like that. Okay. We are going to get some other error. Let us see. What is the error we are going to get it? Nan. Okay, nan, not a number. What is the output? Not a number. Okay, not two nan. Okay, so whenever you are not providing any, here how many arguments it is taking? Two arguments. How many arguments I am calling? Whenever we are calling it, I am responsibility to pass the two values. But am I passing any value? No. That is the reason I am getting an, okay, nan. Now I will pass it 10 comma 20. Okay, 10 comma 20. So now what will happen is, this 10 will be going to val1 and this 20 will go to val2. So now you should assume like this. So this val1, how much value? 10. And what is the value to 20? So 10 plus 20, how much? What is the output now? 30. Okay, let's see. Okay, now I want to calculate my salary. Okay, suppose my salary is there, and let us write like a, let salary is equal to something. Okay, and bonus. Suppose I want to calculate salary plus bonus. Okay, I don't want to do addition total is equal something, but I want to use that method. Okay, I will say add. Okay, so add function, how many arguments it is taking ma? Two values. So instead of directly writing I'm 10 like this, already I have one variable is there, right? I will pass this variable. Okay, salary comma bonus. So now tell me, what is the value one means? Salary. What is the value two means? Bonus. If we are mixing total things, we are going to get like this. Okay, let us see here. So I am going to see. So what is the output we are getting? Get it 12,000. Okay, so now how many times you have written this function? Only one time. How many times the output? Suppose I want to calculate age. Tell, let age 1 is equal to 10, age 2 is equal to something like this. So now again I am calling this one. Let add age 1. Age 1 means what is the value? Value 1. Age 2 means 20. This 20 value will go to value 2, automatically will print it. Now you understood, right? So this code will be same only. You no need to change anything here. Where you are changing it, only your values. You give any value, no problem at all. My output will be generating. Okay, I no need to hard code the things. So this is the use of a function. Now everybody work with the function, right? Okay. And now something I want to do on interesting things. Okay, so let us go here. How many arguments it is required here? 2 arguments. Okay, so what I will do, I will remove one argument and I will keep it like this. Okay, so where this 10 will go, whether it will go to first part or it will go to second part, or both, it will be 10 only. So then what is the answer? 10 plus undefined 10, right? 10 or undefined. What is the answer? Undefined. Okay, so what is the answer? Nan. Okay, so whenever you are adding, any adding, multiplication, sum, division, anything with the undefined, the final output you are going to get it as a nan only. Okay, because the other value is not a valid value, it is undefined, there is no value at all. How can you add you can add like 10 plus 0, that is okay, but you cannot add a 10 plus what is that? Undefined, we cannot add it. Okay, and you cannot add 10 plus null also, you cannot add it. You are going to get a nan. Okay, that's fine. So now there is an error here, right? Something like this. Okay, so whenever you are giving this value, it will match to only first value, it will not match to second value. Suppose sometimes what I want to do, whenever I am not giving any value, I am getting undefined error, right? I don't want to throw that undefined or not a number error. I want to give some default value. Okay, I want to provide a default value. So here I can go here and here I will give a is equal to 0. Okay, is equal to 0. This meaning is, if my developer is not giving any second argument value, I am going to use this 0 value. Suppose if my developer is giving any value, I am going to use a developer value. Okay, so let us call for 2 times more. Okay, so I will say 1 time 10 comma 20. Okay, so what is the output for first time? So I'm giving it 10 where it will go to value 1. So what is the value 1? Value 10. And what is the value for value 2? I am not providing any value bottom. So if you are not giving any value, what is the default value? 0. So 10 plus 0, how much now? 10. So what is the first time output? 10. Okay, again I'm calling the second line, right? So again, what is the value 1? 10. What is the value 2? 20. Okay, don't confuse here. Here I am giving 0 only, right? Always 0. No, if you are giving any value in the second argument, that value will come here. Otherwise, then only it will go to the 0. Okay, this value, this concept is called a default value. Okay, let's go and try it. See, for second thing, 30 is coming, right? If it is not taking our 20, always output will be 10 only, but it is taking our value, right? Okay, so this is nothing but a default value. Okay, why we will provide a default value? If you are not providing a default value, my calculation is going wrong or not? It is going not a number, something, right? To solve this problem only, we will provide the default value. Okay, so now everybody okay, how to write addition, right? That is okay. Okay, so now the last part is in the function. Okay, in the function, it should, this is a function body. My function body means what? From this open bracket to close bracket. Okay, open bracket to close bracket. Okay, so whenever we are calling this function, it should return some value. Okay, it should return a some value. Okay, I want to see what it is returning here. What is the value I'm writing it? Console.log, right? Okay, so that is fine, but I don't want to print my output there. I want to print output here, ma. I don't want to print inside anything. Okay, suppose there is a bank calculation is there. Okay, suppose I want to print my account statement. Okay, so you are writing a method for calculate interest. You should not write any logic inside the calculate interest. Once you get the total, then only you need to write, okay, your total amount is this one, your interest is this one, something like this, you need to print it. Okay, that is the reason I don't want to print anything here, but I want to print outside. Okay, whenever I'm removing this console.log statement, I am not going to get any output here because there is no output at all. I am not writing. Okay, that is a problem. Okay, so here every function will return some value. Every function will return some value. So that value I can store into one variable. Okay, how will you declare one variable? Let res is equal to 10. So this is one variable only, right? So here the 10 is a value, res is a variable name. Instead of declaring like this, I am going to declare like this, let res is equal to function. Okay, this meaning is I am calling a function, this function will return some value. Okay, this function will return, I am thinking this function will return a result. That result I will store in here. You can keep this variable name anything here, a b c d, whatever you want to keep it. Okay, this way then this name no need to match with any other names. You can keep any name, no problem at all. Okay, clear? So now this is only required, otherwise you can write it inside the console.log. Okay, let us see it. I will say res. Okay, I'm going to print it, console dot, okay, console.log of, I'm going to print the res. Now tell me what is the output for this program? Any guess? Okay, we are calling the add. So inside add 10 is going and the second value is 0. So what is the 10 plus 0? 0. And where is the value is there? Result. Okay, and I am storing that result in the which variable? RAS. Now what is the RAS value? 10 or 0? 10. Okay, and whenever you are printing, what is the output? 10. Okay, so let us go to check it. Before that, I want to write another variable. Okay, let us write it another variable. Let us write a res 10 comma 20. That is fine. And now how many? Now what is the output for first line? The here 10. What is the output here? 30. Okay, but please watch it very carefully. What is the output we are getting it? Undefined. Okay, so the problem here is you are calculating everything is okay. Okay, but this function is not returning any value. Okay, this function is not returning any value. If any function is not returning any value, if you are trying to store that result, okay, result, it by default the value is undefined only. You understood, right? Now I want to return my calculation value. So go to last line and say return. And what is my output variable name here? Result. Just write like a return here. Okay. Now only I have added this line only. The remaining program, everything is same. And let us reload the page. So now what is the output? 10. And what is the output? 30, something like this. Okay. So this is like, so now what is the next statement is a return statement. Okay, return statement. Whenever you are returning some value, we can store that value in a variable. Okay, sometimes I don't want to return any value, I want to write entire logic here itself. Fine, no problem, you write it. And whenever this function is not returning any value, please do not store to any variable. This is a useless. Okay, so when you should write a left side variable, whenever any function is returning some value, return something like this, then only you should write a this let. Otherwise don't write it. Okay, okay, what is the use case, ma? Whenever I am writing a return statement, then only I should write a let res is equal to something. If I don't return any value, just call like this. Don't store into another variable and print like this. Don't do that one. Okay, that will not work out at all. Okay, so that is a return statement. And one important rule is whenever you are returning any value from the function, after the whatever the lines are there, suppose I am writing a console dot log hello. Okay, so what is the function I am calling it? Add function. So inside the add function, this calculation is doing it, it is returning it, here it printing the hello value. Okay, if I am going to store the value, first it will print this like it will calculate the sum, and it will return the value, and it will print the hello, and it will print the value, something like the, how, what is the output you are thinking? So it will print the 10 plus 0 10 and hello, and 10 plus 20 30 and hello, correct, right? Okay, let's go and check the value. What is the error we are getting it? Hmm? What is the output? We are getting so something, this is a, there is no value because that is one. Okay, and this is okay. Let us reload the page. Where is the hello statement? Okay, so the important rule is, okay, suppose you want to go to the beach, in the between itself there is a traffic and they are not leaving you out. Where can you reach to there? No. Okay, so like this, whenever there is a written statement, okay, your flow will not go to below of that line, it will stop there itself and it will go back. This line will never execute. Even though you have a output, you are writing console.log, or you are writing very large 1,000 lines code also, that 1,000 lines will not execute it. That is a waste code. Okay, you understood, right? So the rule is, after the written statement, you should not write any lines. Even though you are writing it, that code will not work at all. Here the JavaScript, it is not giving you any error, but if you are writing the same line in Java, you are going to write a compile time error. Okay, unreachable statement, line number 13, something like this, it will tell it. Okay, because this line will, browser knows that this will stop here itself. This line will never go and execute it. So that is the reason you are not going to get any output. Okay, in some interviews they will do like this. They will write a return statement and they will print it here. What is the output for this program? Definitely will say hello. That is not at all correct. Okay, so the logic, what is the logic here? The logic here is a return statement. Whenever you are writing a return statement, after that we should not write any lines. That is the logic. Okay, yes. So whenever there is a return statement, then only I should store it into variable. If there is no return statement, don't store into variable. Okay, so like, okay, so this is nothing but a, okay, suppose you can write any number of variables. So now we know how to call a function and we know how to do this also. Everybody okay with this one, right? First we have declared a function and we are calling a function. Without calling a function, will you get any output? No output at all. Okay, please be careful. Now I'm going to do something like this. Okay, I'm going to remove it here. Suppose I want to do a swap program. Do you know what is a swapping, ma? Okay, I'll write like a, I want to write one function. Tell me how to write a function. Okay, see there is a shortcut here, ma, function, and there is a second line is there, right? Click on the second line, automatically it will write a function name params. Don't write like don't sit in front of the system and type it. You are not going for typing. Okay, you are going for a programmer. Okay, so just click on the second one, automatically it will type the name. So just go and change your name only. So what is the function? I'm going to change it to swap. That's it. Okay, so here, and I want to print like a comma b here. I want to take two arguments, a and b, or you can take any name, no problem. Okay, swapping means console data, something like this. See here. So here, before swapping, I want to print all the values here, something like this. Let us print it. Okay, so before swap, I'm writing here and plus, and this many plus will impact, say, a comma b, something. Okay, so here I'm writing like a, so I'm writing everything in the double quote. That means whatever the value I'm writing, it will directly print it. Okay, after that I'm writing a plus and I'm writing a comma, something like this, or you can write like a, without this plus also you can write like it. Without plus you can use a comma operator. Okay, so it will print it. So now I'm going to reload the browser. What is the output we are going to get it? If I'm going to execute this program, what is the output? No output, because we are not calling. Okay, that is the point. Now call the function swap. Okay, swap. So what is the value I want to do it? How many arguments it is taking? Two arguments. Okay, how many values I should pass it? Two arguments, 10 comma 20. Okay, now what is the output I am going to get it? Tell me. So before swap, what is the a value? 10. What is the b value? 20, something like this. Okay, it is printing something like this, right? Okay, swapping means nothing, ma. Change this 20 to 10 place, 10 into 20 place. That is nothing but a swapping. Okay, how can we do it? We can do it multiple ways. Okay, simple. Suppose what you can do it. Suppose I want to do it with some paint. Suppose I am having a one box. I am having a another box. Okay, so there is a one ball is here. Okay, there is another ball is here. I want to make this ball here and this ball to here. What I can do? I cannot make at a time two balls in one bucket. If I make it, this will be in the bottom only. Correct, right? If I'm taking this ball and adding here, what will happen? The bottom ball I cannot take it. There is a problem, right? Okay, to solve this problem, what we can take? We can take another basket. Okay, first take this ball into here. Okay, now this is empty, right? Now again take this ball into here. Now this is empty, right? Now take this ball into here. Okay, now automatically the balls are replaced, right? Something like this you can do this. Okay, so let us do the same concept. First what I want to do, I want to take another basket. Okay, so another basket is nothing but another variable. So the I will call it as a temp. Okay, temp is equal to a, something like this. Now where am I storing? This is a, this is b. I'm storing a value into where? Temp variable. Okay, now that is okay. Now and a is equal to b. Now what I am doing? Whatever the value b value is there, I am replacing into a. Okay, at this time a value is same, b value is same. Okay, next I want to do like a b is equal to temp. Okay, and just write the console.log after the swap. Okay, so after the swap, let us go and reload the page again. Now what is the value here? The original value is 10 and 20. The replaced value is 20 and 10, something like this. Okay, sometimes they are intelligent, they will not ask don't do like this, without third variable they want to do it. Okay, simple. If you know the simple basics maths, you can do this one. Okay, so this is a first approach. The second approach is simple, don't take a third variable, but they want to do like this. Okay, so I'll write like a is equal to a plus b. Okay, a is equal to a plus b. Suppose now what is the output, like what is the value here, tell me. 30, because why 30? What is the a value? 10. What is the b value? 20. 10 plus than 30. Now what is the a value, current value? 30. And at this time what is the b value? 20 only. There is no change in the b value. Okay, here I'm going here, I will say a minus b. Okay, now what is a minus b means, what is a value? 30. 30 minus 20, how much? 10. So this 10 now I am assigning to b value. At this time if you check the a value is 30, b value is 10. Correct, right? But I want to change it to 30 to 20, right? So again I'm going to write the next line, a is equal to a minus b. Now earlier my a value 30, b value 10. 30 minus 10, how much? 20. So automatically you are going to get the output. This is another technique. Okay, suppose they are giving three variables, without third variable I want to do it. What you can do? You can do a plus b plus c something, do the calculation. This is not that much simple, but you can try it. Okay, yeah, same thing, but nobody will ask it. Don't try to practice those things. Okay, this is a simple program. Okay, something here, that is okay. So now what I want to do, I want to go for a one small concept. Okay, so here what I want to do, so if I am declaring any variable with one name, I'm able to do like let a is equal to 10. Okay, again I want to create a let a is equal to 20. What is the output for this program? What is the output? Error or I'll say okay, swap console dot log of a. Error or 20? Error only, right? Yesterday we have seen, right? Okay, once we declared it, we cannot redeclare using the let. Okay, now I am going to do like this one. I'm going to cut here and I'm going to add it inside here. Okay, now what is the error? Tell me. Error or any output? 20 or 10? Here a is a 10 is there, again a is 20 is there, and I am printing another thing. I am printing here. Okay, and here I am passing 10 and 20. I don't know what is this. Okay, I will say 100 comma 200, something like this. Let us go. Okay,
20.
now what is the value for a?
20.
Okay, 20. So first thing I want to do one thing. So whenever you are declaring any variable with let, redeclaration is possible or not possible? Then we are in the same file, right? Then why do you think there is no error? Okay, let us see it. Okay, okay, no error. Okay, so here the rule is applicable whenever you are declaring same files in a same place. Okay, suppose if I am declaring let a is equal to 10, here you will get an error. Okay, but whenever you are going to write the same line inside any function, you are not going to get any error. Okay, any error, that is fine. Okay, it is allowed. Suppose I want to write another function, temp function. Function some temp something is there. Okay, here also I am writing a. So how many times I am declaring a variable? Here one time, here another time, here another time, right? That is possible. Okay, you can write it anytime in a file, that's not a problem. But within the block also I should write only one time. Suppose here I have written already, right? If I want to write again, let a is equal to 30. Is it allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. Okay, not allowed. Only within the block only it is allowed only one time. Okay, it is not allowed multiple times. That is okay. So the variable name collusion is, suppose if you are printing console.log of a, something like this here. Okay, console.log of a. What is the output here? It will print here in the swap program. What is the output? 20. In the temp, what is the output? 30. If you are writing the same thing outside, what is the output? 10. Something like this. Okay. So if I am going to execute this program, what is the output? Tell me, anybody. Here one time, there is another time here. The what is the output final? 10. Only 10 or 20, 30, 10 or 10, 20, 30. Only 10 only. Only 10. Okay, let us see. Only 10 only. Okay, because we are not calling this functions. If you are not calling any function, that is like a useless piece. Okay, that is the reason we are not getting any output. Okay, now the concept is what is the variable name you are keeping here? A. What is the variable name again you are keeping here? Same, but this is available outside, this is available inside. Okay, if you are writing the same name outside and inside, that naming will call it as a variable collusion. Suppose in this class two Ramesh are there. If I am calling Ramesh, which Ramesh will call? They'll say both, right? So they have a same name. That is nothing but a name collision. Here, this is called a variable collision. Whenever you are writing a same name in a two scopes, this is called a variable collision. Okay. So, and another thing is whenever you are printing like this, okay, whenever you are printing like this, so whatever the local you are creating, this value only will have a highest preference, not the outside. But if you are coming outside, whatever the value outside, that value only will be printing it. Okay, so whenever I'm writing like this, so what is the output? 20 will come or 10 will come? 20 only will come. Let us see. Okay, now I will call the swap. What is the next method? Temp method. Okay, now see very careful. What is the line I'm printing it? A. What is the A value? 10. Again I'm calling a swap method. Swap means what is the value it will print it? 20. Then I'm calling it temp method. What is the output I'm going to get it? 30. Okay, so that is the one. Let us go on related. Okay, 10, 20, 30, something like this. Okay, so this is what variable name collusion. Okay, so far it's clear, right? Any doubt? So first we have declared a function, and then we are calling we are sending one arguments, then we are returning some statement, and we can print the value, something like this. Okay, so there is one important recent interview question. I got it. Okay, very important question. Let us see here. Okay, so the important point is called function expression. Okay, what is the next thing? This is not part like the for two parts is there, right? This is not a two parts, this is a function expression, something like this. Okay, so here what I'm going to do, let us write any addition program. Do you know how to write addition program using a function? Write one addition program function. Okay, something add. Okay, what you'll do, let a is equal to 10 and b is equal to 20. Let's see is equal to something. Okay, and console dot log of c, something. Okay, either you write it inside or you can take it outside also, no problem. A comma b, and I'll remove these two lines. Everybody know what is this things, right? I want to print output. Tell me how to print the output. How to print it? Add method. Okay, so now first I am declaring a function, then I am calling it, right? So this is okay. Now what I will do reverse. First I will call this one. Okay, and I am going to declare later. Okay, now everybody remember let constant, right? What will happen whenever if you are trying to use it? Okay, what is the error we are going to get it? What is the error? Here look at here. Okay, 10 comma 20. Okay, that's fine. What is the output? 30. Possible or not possible? I told you, right? What is a hosting? What is the JavaScript hosting? Moving all the variables to the top is called hosting, right? I told that point. Functions also it is applicable, correct, right? So even you can declare your function anywhere in the bottom. You can call from the top, or you can declare your function in the top. You can call from the bottom also. That is possible. Okay. So now hosting is applicable for variables and functions. Okay, right? Now there is one important point very around it here. Okay, so instead of this one, I'm going to write like a function expression. Okay, so instead of declaring like this, I'm going to write like this. Let x is equal to something like this. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here, I'm directly trying to assigning this entire thing into which variable? X variable. Okay, if I am printing the x, console dot log of x. Okay, first print the x only. Let's see. So what is the output we are going to get it? Okay, let's reload it. Okay, what is the output? Okay, whenever you are going to do like this, okay, whenever you are going to do like this, it will print the entire function, direct function. It will not give any output. Okay, it will not give any output. Okay, this line we'll call it as a function expression. Okay, this line we'll call it as a function expression. That means we are storing entire function into one variable. Okay, one variable. This variable, this is nothing but a add equal to add function only. Okay, but this is like an alias name. I can keep it. Suppose now this thing like this is add. How many arguments it is required? Two arguments. Okay, I will say x of, okay, x of, and don't, I'll call it outside directly. Okay, so x of, how many arguments it is taking? Two arguments, right? I will say 10 comma 20. Okay, 10 comma 20. So thing internally, this x is nothing but a add function. Okay, I am not calling add function anywhere. I am calling only x. If x is internally calling the add, then we'll get an output. Okay, we are getting an output, right? Now tell me, what is this line? What is this line? This is nothing but a function expression. I can store using the let constant var. Anything is possible. Okay, so whenever you are storing any function as an expression, this name is optional, ma. You no need to write any name. Okay, when it is required, whenever you are storing your function as a expression, then this name is optional or mandatory? Optional. I am not writing any name here. Okay, so such function will now see same output, right? Suppose here instead of writing x, I can say addition, right? Addition. So this is my addition name. What I can do? I can do like this. Okay, so this is called a function expression. Okay, now important point. Let's go. I will call this function expression before here. Okay, let's save it. So what is the output we are going to get it? So earlier we called the function before declaration, right? We got the output. Okay, let us see here. Error or output? Huh? If you are saying error, I'll say output. Output means error. Okay, it is going reverse only. Okay, let's go here. Okay, so whenever you are going with the function expressions, for function expressions, variable hosting will not happen. Okay, this will not applicable for the function. What is this one? Expressions. Okay, only for functions, direct functions only, this hosting will applicable. Okay, so this is the simple program they will give it. They will give two programs to confuse you. One with the normal function and normal calling the top, another with the function expression and they will calling in the top. So what is the output for these two programs? What is the output? One program will execute, another program will not execute at all. Okay, this is the thing they have asked in one interview for one guy. Okay, so that is the reason. Important, right? So instead of writing like this, we'll go for normal only. Don't confuse like this. This is only to solve the interview problems, I told it. Okay, so whenever you want to do it, you go in the normal way only, but just remember that there is another way also. Okay, so that's all. So with this one, I'll stop the programs today and let us write some programs. Okay, scopes I'll explain it tomorrow. Okay, no problem. Okay, so we'll go for some programs here. Suppose here I want to do a sum of like two numbers. Okay, two numbers. I don't want to use direct statements. I want to use the functions. Okay, do you know how to use the functions? Yes. Okay, go on, write like a, so don't, I want like this. I want write a function, something like this. Again, I'm going to write like a function. I'll pick the second one. What is my function name? Addition. Okay, and how many parameters I want to do it? Two parameters, a1 comma a2. That's fine. Okay, here I will say let sum is equal to something. I will say return sum. Okay, and I'm going to print like this. I am not going to console dot, okay, log off. Okay, and I will say addition. You can call like this, ma. Whenever you want to do print output directly, you can call like this, or you can write in a multiple lines also. First I will call my function and I will store into my variable let res is equal to something, and I will print this res. This is also fine. Sir, we are writing two lines, right? Instead of two lines, I want to print this output directly. You can copy here and you can replace it here. That's fine. Okay, let us go with the slowly only. Let us go with the one by one. Okay, so like this, I want to see output something like this 3, because what is the value 1 and 2? That's fine. Okay, this is the first program. Something like this I want to do it for all other things. Subtraction, I want to write a function. Multiplication, write a function and return the statement. Again division, write a function and return the statement. And average and return the function. Okay, so I'm going to show one trick. Don't play this trick for my homework. Okay, this is only to crack the interviews, so another person can solve your problems whenever you are in a trouble. Okay, suppose I want to take this arguments, let us go for some, this is a some program I want to do it. Okay, so I want to calculate this distance program, something like this, and for 30 kilometers. Okay, some 30 kilometers, this is a program I want to solve it. So whenever you are not able to get an answer, first you try to identify yourself. If you are not able to identify, then only use this technique. Okay, so you can just copy the thing and go to, there is a chat gpt, everybody know nowadays chat gpt is there, right? Okay, go and log into that website. Okay, the only thing is that is an AI, it will give you a correct answer if you are if you are asking a correct question. If you are in your mind some other is there, but you want some other output, it will not return. Okay, you have to ask the correct question, then automatically. So this is the program I want to ask it, I'm just giving it. Okay, but don't take it is giving a python program. I don't want any python program. Which language we are learning it? Either javascript. Okay, stop, please don't write it here. I want write the in javascript. Okay, now I want to write the my program in a javascript. So it is going to explain here. So what is this line? Everybody know what is this line, right? Function definition, and it is taking a 2 parameters. That is fine. Okay. So it is writing it. Okay. So let, okay, so it is writing, first it is writing a function. Okay, you can copy the code or you can paste it here. I'm going to just paste it here for only demo purpose. These are the lines, ma. It is telling what it is, whatever it is going to do. I don't want all this theory part. Let me format the document. So it is writing a function, it is taking speed and it is a distance, and it is saying distance divided by speed. It is calculating one variable time, and it is returning. So whenever I want to identify it, how can I call it here? Okay, something like this. So I'm going for speed 60 and distance is something, how much? 50 kilometers. Okay, 50 or 30. And what is the time it will take it? Console dot log of time. So what is the output we are going to get it? Suppose I will give 60 speed and 60 kilometers. How much time it will take it? 60 speed and 60 kilometers. 1 hour. Okay. Suppose if you are going with some 30 kilometers,
Half an hour.
I'm going with the 60 speed, 30 kilometers and I need to travel half an hour only, right? Something like that. So what is the answer? So see here, I'm just copying this line and pasting here. Okay. So this line is also they have given. I no need to write it here. I will remove this one. I'm going to format the document. So my speed is 50 kilometers, my distance is 30, because that is the line I have given in my program. Okay, so 50 kilometer speed and 30 kilometers distance I want to travel it, and this is the answer they want to do it. So it is, see, you need to understand this program. You know what is this first part, right? After this today class, you should understand this first is nothing but a function. I am doing some calculation. Okay, and what is this line? A variable. This is also another variable, and this is I am calling a function, and I am storing that value into here and here, and this is the line you will not understand. I will explain this line by tomorrow. But whenever you want to see, instead of writing like this, you can simply write like a console.log of time required, something like this. Okay, so this is an answer. You are going to get it something. It is going to take some 0.6. You can convert into minutes instead of hours. You can convert into minutes. That's fine. Okay, suppose you want in minutes, you ask it. Okay, get me the minutes, not the hours, something like this. After the time, it will try to calculate in the minutes also, something like this. But you need to ask the correct question. That is okay. Okay, so don't use this program for homework. You try to do it. Okay, only use this for interview purpose, not for personal homework purpose. Okay, yes. Okay, something like this. There is a questions I have given, like almost some 25 questions I have it here. So let us, okay, so let us solve some two interview questions and we'll stop the class. Okay, so this is the question, ma. So I want, what is the output for this program, ma? Here I am declaring a function. Okay, here I am declaring a function, and I'm storing that value into sum, and I'm printing here. So what is the variable I'm passing it? Two numbers, 2 plus 3. What it is written? 2 plus 3, how much? 5. What is the output? I'm going to get it. What is the output? 5 or error? No error, man. Sometimes only I'll give the error code. Okay. The other time I'll. Tell me what is the output for this program? 5 or error? No logic. I'm writing a function. We are calling here and we are printing it. Okay. So let's go and print it here. What is the output? 5. Okay. That's fine. So now there is a second program is there. Okay. Please watch it very carefully. I'm going to write it again. Okay. So here, what is this code, ma? Function expression. Correct, right? Function expression. I'm calling this function expression from the top side. What is the rule? Hosting is not possible or not possible? Not possible. Then what is the error you are going to get it? You are going to get an error or output? Error. Okay. For this program error. Something you should guess it before itself. Okay. You are, this is a function expression. This program will not work out. That is okay. Okay. Now, suppose I am writing like this. Okay. Let A be something. Okay. So this test I will give tomorrow. And this is based on the scopes. I will explain scopes tomorrow and we'll do it. Okay. I'll stop the class. And these are the programs I want to see here. Okay. I'll give this program 16 to 25. I will give the programs in the group. Okay. Please practice the questions using the functions, not the variables. Okay. Yes, we'll try to do this.